Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes. How are you all? Welcome back to all my returners and hi to any newbies. It's so great to have you here. Please do stick around a while. And if you like what you see, give me a thumbie. They are free. So I have come on today to give you an update on a monthly segment that I do. It's about once a month I come on, or is it twice a month? I can't remember. I think it's about once a month, where I come on and show you that I am finally starting to make things out of the magazines. Now, back last year, you may remember that I did a Magazine Monday segment where I went through my vast collection of crochet magazines, and every episode I would tell you that it's wonderful having this wealth of magazines and pattern resources, but I had never made anything from them. But that has changed this year, and it's going to continue to change because for part of my 24 goals for 2024, I vowed that I am going to start making things from these magazines. Now, earlier in the year, I did do a cowl, so I have completed one project, and I came on last month and showed you that cowl finished. And I was debating with you about what yarn and things I should be using for this project. Now, I did kind of hope that I would pick a project and get it done in the month so that every other video I would be showing you a finished object and I would be telling you what I'm moving on to. However, this time I picked a wearable, and with everything else that I've got going on, it was a little ambitious thinking that I would get a sweater done. So I am just here to show you progress today. It is not completed. We are not moving on to the next one, but that is okay. I am not a machine. I am a busy mum of four who works full time. So it is what it is. But I couldn't even decide what yarn I was going to use when I picked the pattern last time we spoke. So there has been plenty of progress because I have picked the yarn and I have made a start. So let me get the magazine out for you. It is issue 82 of Simply Crochet. There is a look through this magazine in my Magazine Monday playlist, and I decided to make this cover star this time around, but I am not striping it, guys. I am just using one colorway for the whole project, and I'm not even sure if I'm gonna have enough yarn to finish it, which does worry me slightly. But if that's the case, I'll just do shorter sleeves rather than full length sleeves. I will find a way to make it work because the yarn that I have chosen to use I bought a couple of years ago now in my one and only Premier yarn purchase that I have made, and it is not easy or affordable for me to get more, so I can only make with what I have. So let's get a better picture of the project for you. Here we go. So this is what I am aiming for, guys. Again, I'm not doing the stripes, it's just all in one colourway, but there is ribbing along the bottom and there is ribbing on the cuffs of the sleeve. But like I said, if I start running out of yarn, I might make them, you know, either elbow length sleeves or 3/4 sleeves. I would rather a full sleeve, but if I don't have the yarn, I don't have the yarn. So we're going to see how it goes because I've only got 6 balls and I'm already on the 3rd. So, yeah, we shall see about that. So, they recommend a 4-weight yarn, which is what I'm using, and they recommend a 5.5mm hook, which is, again, what I am using. I am making the UK 12 to 14 size, and it says that I need 7 balls. And the balls that they use have 200 meters in a piece, and the yarn that I have chosen has 198 meters, but I've only got 6, so it's gonna be a little bit yarn chickeny, I think, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go with it and see what I can come up with. see how we go, because I do crochet tight, so you never know, that might work in my favour for this project. But this pattern is written in UK terms because this is a UK publication, so I do need to translate it to US terminology, because if you didn't know, even though I'm from the UK, I do prefer US terminology. So it called for a 5.5mm hook, and that is exactly what I'm using. I am using my 5.5mm dots, the lovely lilac one. There she is, in my notions pouch, which we made together a week or so ago. Now, I have already used 2 whole balls and I'm on to my 3rd. And you're like, yes, all right, Manfa, but what yarn are you using? You haven't even told us. Well, I am using Premier Basics Mosaic. It is a medium for worsted weight, 216 yards or 198 meters, 4.23 ounces or 120 grams, 100% acrylic, tested and approved. They recommend 5.5mm needles and hooks. There we go. It says machine wash, warm, tumble dry. And it is in the colour bouquet, however you say it. It is made in Turkey. I am pulling from the centre because it conveniently already has that for you. Just look at those colours, guys. Aren't they just so Manfa? You have got like a peachy orange, a yellow, a dark pink, a medium pink, a lilac or lavender, a bit of blue. It is just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And this sweater is really, really working up nicely. So to begin with, I did the ribbing at the bottom. I made a strip of the ribbing and sewed up the 2 ends. So put it in a circle and sewed up the 2 ends, and that seam is going to be on the side of the jumper. And then you work it in rounds all the way up. And now I have just left it where I'm going to be continuing up the back, up to the top of the shoulders. And then I'm going to come back round to the front and work up to the front. Then we will do the shoulder shaping and the neckline, and then we will break off for the sleeves. So yes, I have done the bottom band of ribbing. I have gone up the length of just going around, and now I'm only going to be working on one side to go up the back. Then I'll flip and go up the other side and do the front. Then we'll do the shoulder and neck shaping, and then we will do the sleeves. So I have finished off at quite an exciting point. So are you ready to see it? It is a beautifully simple stitch, but with this beautiful variegated yarn, it is coming up super pretty. You're not getting the full representation of the colour, guys. It is much more bright and vibrant. I might take a picture of this when I finish filming and pop it on my community tab so you can get a more accurate representation of the colour, because here where it's looking more pinky is more accurate. So this is slightly more accurate, but it's still not 100%. So that is the bottom. There you go. Bottom ribbon. And then I've just worked my way up. So essentially I'm doing a big tube, guys. But the bottom ribbing has been completed. And it says this is V-stitch, but to me a V-stitch is a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So it's got a V with a chain in the middle. This one, they just do 2 double crochets without the chain. So it's almost, I suppose it looks V'd, but it's not the traditional V-stitch that I am accustomed to. but it is lovely and texturous. It is quite a closed off fabric, so it isn't too holey or gappy. It is just my colour. I'm going to really, really love it. And because it's a 4 weight, it is going to be a lovely warm jumper. Here's a look at the ribbing up close. It is essentially the jumper pattern. Which way round? That way round. But on its side. And then you go up. You turn it on its side and you go up from the top of the ribbing. So it's a bottom up sweater. I am loving it. I am super duper excited. Now let me show you my seam. I am not the most brilliant seamstress, guys. Sewing is not my strong point. Here is my seam, and it is quite noticeable. I wonder if it's more noticeable if I hold it like this. Can you see that it kind of bulks out a little bit, and it's just a little bit ugly and a little bit... But that's going to be on my side. And if people are that close to notice it, they're too close, right? It is a handmade garment after all. The inside's quite tidy, but the outside is a little bit, excuse me, a little bit wonky. But that is okay. I am learning. I have not made an awful lot of wearables. I have never done a bottom-up sweater. We call them jumpers. Now it looks quite busy, but Manfa really doesn't mind. I really, really love it. And this is going to go with a lot of my outfits. And I'm hoping it's going to be slightly oversized as well, because I like my sweaters and hoodies to be slightly oversized and more baggy and comfy. That's just how I like. Even this hoodie, it's brand new from my mum, but she knows I like a bit of extra room, so I could probably have gone one size down and it fit nicely, but I like being loose and comfy. So there we go. I am on the 3rd ball of 6. And I still have to work up the back, work up the front, do the shoulders and the neck and 2 sleeves. So we might be cutting it a little fine. But I will come back next month and let you know how I got on, whether I had enough yarn to complete the whole garment. Did I manage to get full sleeves, or did I have to have shorter sleeves? Who knows? But I am loving how it's working up. I'm so pleased I'm finally using some of these patterns that I've got. I am going to have a comfy, warm sweater for next winter, because we are starting to warm up a little bit and get into spring. Not much, and it's still raining every day here in the UK, but the weather is shifting slightly, and I think I'm going to get the majority of my use out of it from next fall and winter onwards. Or sorry, this fall and winter, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so excited. I was hoping that I was going to be much further on than this, but garments take time, guys. And you know that I've got other crochet projects and cals and collaborations and all sorts going on. So at least I picked my yarn and I made a start, because when we last met, like I said, I didn't even know where I was going to go with this. All I knew was that I wanted to make that sweater. So there we have it. That is my magazine makes for you today. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm just going to put all my bits and bobs back in my project bag, because after I have finished filming this one and took a picture of it and put it on my community tab, I am going to film another video for you guys this week, because, you know, Manfa, she tries to get as much done with every opportunity that she has. I want to guarantee content for you guys, so I need to get these videos in. Anyway, what are your thoughts? Is it too much of a busy colourway for you? Is it a colourway that you've never even really seen or had much experience with? Have you guys used the mosaic? Let me know down in the comments. I am really intrigued. I really, really love it. I just wish it wasn't so pricey for us here in the UK to order from Premier. But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles, right? I only got 6 balls. I will do what I can with those 6 balls, and yeah, I'm loving it. Are you like me? Do you like crazy, colourful things, or are you more subtle and neutral? Let me know. Let me know. And it is a gorgeous 4-way. It really is. The quality is lovely. It makes such a squishy fabric. It is absolutely gorgeous. I highly recommend. If you haven't used the Premier Basics Mosaic, go try some. It's really, really nice. I'm so pleased that I got some because it was an afterthought that I chucked in my cart after I had bought those fruit rolls. Yes, it was that long ago. My goodness. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for coming by. Let me know your thoughts. Like I said, let me know if you've used it. Is it a colourway that you would ever wear? And check out the community tab because I'll have a better colour representation of it over there for you. But please do come back tomorrow because what have I got tomorrow? I have a book look for you, and it's a book look that I don't think many people have featured yet. I was really naughty and I got a pre-launch again from amigurumi.com. I have had it for a good couple of weeks now. I just haven't been able to find the time to fit it into my schedule. So come back tomorrow and have a look at a fairly fresh and new book that some of you may not have even seen yet. But until then, stay safe, be kind, look after one another, get some good quality time in with your loved ones, and get some good quality crafting time in. I will see you in the next one or around the YouTube streets. Bye, guys. Love you loads.